Golfers are always trying to change the path that they're swinging the golf club on, and today I'm going to show you 3 super simple ways to change your path using a pool noodle, an alignment stick, and 2 yellow golf balls. So as we already know, golfers suffer from either too much of an out to in swing path or an in to out swing path. Now we could go into all the technical ways of fixing swing path, but one of the most effective ways to change a movement is just literally by putting something in the way. This is called external awareness. So let's start off with the first way I would change a swing path, by just putting something in the way, and all you need is an alignment stick. Now, for golfers who are over the top or out to in, this will work for you, and for golfers who are in to out, this will also work for you. Here's how I want you to set up this alignment stick. Take your golf ball and set up to it. And what I want you to do is I want you to lay your golf club down directly behind. So you're going to see here that when I lie this club down, that golf ball is in line with the heel all the way through to the butt end of the golf club. Let's say you're someone who suffers from too much of an in to out swing path. Well, what you're going to want to do is train yourself to come over this stick. So when we put this stick in the ground, making sure that this is lined up perfectly, we're going to put this alignment stick 1/2 foot on the inside of the ball line. Now, if you've got quite an extreme amount of in to out movement, you might want to go 1 foot so you don't hurt yourself. If I go 1 foot and place that alignment stick in the ground, we're also going to place that stick in the ground at the same angle your club sits at address. So what we're going to see here is when I grab my 8 iron, for example, which is what I'm using today, you can see that the alignment stick and the golf club perfectly match up. Now, the goal of this is to essentially come up the stick and back down in front of the stick. If you're someone who swings it too far from the inside, you are going to hit this stick. So what we're trying to do, swing up the stick, down on top of the stick, and then you can proceed to hit a golf ball. So for golfers who suffer from perhaps an over-the-top movement where they have a swing path that's out to in, we just want to do the opposite of what we just did. So again, we're going to lay that club down perfectly behind the golf ball, and we're now going to put this alignment stick on the outside of the ball line. So measure your 1 foot in distance in the ground at the same angle as your club sits at address. And what we're going to be trying to do here is, again, if you're someone who comes over the top, that's not what we want to do. We want to try and bring it from the inside. So as I take my setup here, a little bit of a rehearsal, trying to get that club to come down from the inside, and go ahead and hit your golf shot. The second way we're going to change our swing path is by using 2 extra golf balls as well as the one that you're going to hit. So how we're going to utilize these 2 golf balls is we're going to place them on the ground in a way where you have to try and swing through them without hitting them. So here's my recommendation on how to use it for someone who is too far in to out with their swing path. What we're going to do is take your normal golf ball, and I want you to create a little bit of a gate for you to hit. So there's your golf ball there. We're going to place one of the yellow balls about 1 foot, maybe 1/2 foot in front of the ball, and just place it a fraction on that side there. With the other golf ball, we're going to go again 1/2 foot behind this white ball and place it on that side there. So what we can see here now is we've got a little bit of a gate for us to swing our club through. So before I start hitting balls with this, I want to have a couple of practice swings to make sure that I'm used to swinging through that little gate, because of course, if I was to come too far from the inside, we're probably likely to hit this inside ball, and if you're very extremely into out, you could potentially hit that ball over here as well, but most likely the back ball. So I want you to take a couple of practice swings, and again, all you're going to do is try to not hit these golf balls. And for me, when I'm trying to do this drill, definitely feels like I'm coming a lot more out to in, or it feels like I'm a little over the top. But again, that's a feel, that might not be the actual swing that you are making. So just by having those golf balls there, it's creating some external awareness in my body to swing a little bit more from out to in. So once you've had a couple of practice swings, I want you to go ahead and hit a golf ball. Now, if you find that a little bit too easy, what you can do is just get these yellow golf balls to get closer to the white ball. So I might bring this in a little bit here, and then the other one in a little bit here. And now it's really tricky, and this is going to really feel like I need to come from outside in. In fact, it will absolutely need for me to come from outside in. So let's give this one a go. I may have to manipulate my takeaway here to go a little bit more outside and most definitely feel an out to in shot. And if you're someone who's severely from the inside, this is something that I would recommend that you do. Now, if you're someone who swings it too much out to in, all we're going to do is swap these golf balls around to the other side. So we're going to take our yellow golf ball. If we line these both up, level with the white ball, we're going to place the front ball over on this side, and we're going to place the back ball over on this side. Now again, all this has created for me is a little bit more of a window for me to swing, if I remove that white ball, a little bit more in to out as my feeling, because if you're out to in, you will now likely collect this front ball on the way through. So let's give this one a go. A little bit more of an in to out feel with my swing path for someone who perhaps is over the top. And that one there felt really nice. Felt like a little bit of a push draw, but again, that's exactly what you want if you're someone who's too much out to in. So once we're done with the two golf balls, we've got nothing left but this pool noodle on the ground, which I'm sure you've been wondering, what on earth are you going to do with a pool noodle when hitting golf balls? We're just going to take this pool noodle, place it on the ground, and put your golf ball on the outside of this pool noodle. So again, if you're someone who is extremely into out, well, of course, on the way down, if your club's coming from too far behind you, you're going to likely strike that pool noodle too far behind the golf ball. So the goal would be to try and feel like this golf club's working more in front, and that way you're not going to hit the pool noodle on the way down. So let's give this one a go, and this is a great drill for me since I'm someone who gets a little under. So let's give this one a go. And you can see there I was able to strike that ball really nicely without touching that pool noodle. And to me, that really did feel like I had to get my upper body much more on top of that golf ball as opposed to my typical pattern, which is where I get my upper body to move a little bit too far this way, resulting in my club being too far behind me and likely striking that pool noodle. Now, of course, for players who are too far over the top or out to in with their swing path, we're just going to move this pool noodle onto the other side. So place your pool noodle there, and we're going to put the golf ball more from the inside of that pool noodle. So again, if someone is too far over the top, there's a likely chance that they strike that pool noodle while coming across the golf ball. So we just want to try and feel like all the room here is just from the inside, and we can go ahead and strike that golf ball. In fact, what I might even suggest for you is to just turn this pool noodle that way just a little bit, because it then gives you a little bit more room through that impact area if you are going to be quite extreme in to out, which if you're someone who's out to in, I would advise that you try and do some exaggerations and actually try to push this golf ball out to the right and have it work back to the left. So let's give this one a go. That pool noodle is messing with my perception, which is a good thing, to actually try and feel like this club swings more from the inside and I can get that club to move more down the line. And again, that one there felt really good. That probably felt like a bit of about a 10-yard draw or even just an overdraw. But again, I'm super happy with that if I'm someone who comes over the top and just can't fix it. So there you have it. Really simple way to change your swing path without thinking too much technically. So what I want you to do is comment below which one of those resonated with you the most and which one worked the best for you. Was it putting an alignment stick in the ground and swinging under it or over it? Was it using another couple of golf balls to create a bit more of a gate for you to swing through? Or was it as simple as a $1 pool noodle that you can get at your nearest store where you can just put it in the way and avoid hitting it? If you're interested in working with me more, I've got my personalized coaching available for you to book in with. or you can check out my online golf academy, which has over 250 drills and lessons for you to access right away. Now, I also mentioned that if you slice the ball, I want you to block it out to the right and I want you to hook that golf ball. Well, if you're interested to try that movement, click on the video on the screen right now. It's right there for you.